Hi guys, welcome to the new video. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'll show you the step-by-step process of how you can apply for a study visa or a study permit from your home country if you want to come to Canada. So a lot of you do not know the process of applying for a study visa on the new portal which Canada has launched. So I will show you the step-by-step process of how you can do that. And in today's video, we'll also talk about the documents that you will need when you are applying for your study visa. This video is valid for you if you want to either apply for your study visa from outside Canada or from within Canada, or if you want to extend your study visa if you are already a student. So let's start with the video. If you are new to my channel, I make a lot of informational videos for immigrants who are new to Canada or who are planning to come to Canada. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can do so, as it gives me a lot of motivation if you do. So when you are in your home country and you plan to apply for a visa to study in Canada, there are certain documents that you need. The first and the very important document is your offer letter from the college or the university where you will be going to study. So you need the offer letter, as you need to upload it to apply for your study visa. The second document you need is a new document which you now require, that is the provincial attestation letter. So Government of Canada now has made it mandatory that you need a provincial attestation letter from the province where you are going to study. So if, for example, your college is in Ontario, you need the letter from the college that you need to upload when you are applying for your study visa. And the third thing is you need the GIC and proof of funds, and then there are many other document requirements about which I will talk in the end of this video when I will reach the document checklist column, and I will show you exactly which documents you need to upload in order to submit your file. Before I show you the entire step-by-step process of how you can apply for the study visa online, I do want to introduce you to Acadfly, from one of the most trusted edtech company in India, which is Physicwala, your pathway to a successful educational journey abroad. At Acadfly, they assist you in choosing the right university based on your preferences and your budget. And with Acadfly, you get personalized guidance tailored to your aspirations and goals. Not only that, they also have Global Icon Scholarship worth $15,000 US for their students. And you can discover endless opportunities in countries like USA, UK, Canada, Australia, and more. And you can experience world-class education in prestigious universities. Their esteemed team ensures that you navigate through the entire admission process smoothly. Click on the link in description below to fill out the contact details, so the amazing teams at Acadfly will get in touch with you so you can take the first step towards your successful study abroad journey. And now let's start with the video. So first you'll go to Google and search for apply for study visa Canada. Once you search for this, you can go to the first option here which says study permit, how to apply. Now you can see that they're asking you to get the following documents ready. First one is the letter of acceptance from the university or the college you will be attending. Second is the provincial attestation letter, and then some of the documents that you need to complete the application. They'll ask you if you want to apply online, and then get specific instructions on how you can apply. So do you want to apply from outside Canada, inside Canada, or at port of entry? So in this case, I'll be explaining if you want to apply from outside Canada, but if you want to apply for inside Canada, the process remains same. You just have to select this and the documents might be a bit different. Select outside Canada if in case you want to apply from any other countries. How do you want to apply? We'll select online. Are you applying with family member that needs a work permit? No. Then they're also going to ask you to make sure that you have a scanner or a camera to create electronic copies of certain documents, and that you have a valid credit or debit card to pay your fees. Then you can select the country from where you are applying. So for example, if you want to apply from India, you'll select India and click on continue. Now you'll see the entire, you can download the checklist of the documents you will be seeing or you will be requiring to upload, and then some of the visa office instructions as well. Once you go down, you can read the other instructions on along the way, and you might need certain other documents. But once you go down, you can go to the IRCC portal. First, you need to create an IRCC portal, and then you can start with your application. You can continue to the IRCC portal. If you haven't created an IRCC portal yet, you can get an invite code and create a new IRCC portal. If you already have an invite code, you can click here and create a portal, or you can sign in if you already have a portal. So I'll just sign in, and we can begin with the process of creating a new application for a study visa or a study permit. So we can start an application to apply to visit, study, or work in Canada as a temporary resident. So now the new application will start. I will acknowledge and start the new application. Do you want to apply for more than one person at the same time? I'll select no, since I just want to apply for myself. What do you want to apply for? I want to apply for a study permit. What exactly do you want to apply for? A study permit, less than 6 months, more than 6 months is what I need because my course is 2 years or say 1 year. Do you have a provincial attestation letter? In case you have it, select yes, otherwise select no. I'll select yes. Which province do you have the provincial attestation letter for? For example, I'll select Ontario. Tell us more about what you'll do in Canada and include dates. So here you'll just write something about I will study the following course. Say for example, this in ABC University, and according to your offer letter, just write the start date and end date of the course. Just write a bit more in detail, and then when will you enter Canada? So write an approximate date. So for example, your course is starting on July 1st, or say for example September 1st, and you want to come to Canada on August 15th. You can just select August 15th, and then they'll ask you when will you leave Canada. So select the last date of your course and maybe select 2 weeks after. So if your course, for example, is ending on December 18th of 2025, you can select that. So if it's December 18th, I'll select December 31st, and then save and continue. Then they'll ask you other questions. Is someone else applying on your behalf? No. Then you give your details, surname, first name, your date of birth, just an example. Save and continue. So there are going to be a lot of questions. Type of travel document that you will be traveling with. In this case, it will be your passport. It's a regular passport. The country code that matches. So write the country code, nationality, your, for example, the passport number, and then confirm the passport number. Issue of the passport date, expiry of the passport date, Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States? No. Have you held Canadian visitor visa in the past 10 years? Whatever suits you. If you already had a visitor visa, you can select yes, otherwise no. Do you currently hold a US non-immigrant visa? Again, according to you. And are you traveling to Canada by air? Yes, most probably. Country or territory where you were born? City where you were born? Are you a citizen of more than one country or territory? No. Which country or territory are you a citizen of? I am a citizen of this country since birth. National identity document. Do you have a valid national identity document? Just you can use the passport number and then confirm. Again, the date of issue is required. Select the country that issued the document. Have you used another name in the past? What is your residential address? So if you're residing currently in India, you can select a residential address or whichever country you're living in. Is your mailing address the same as your residential address? List the current country or territory of residence, then add all the countries where you have lived in the past 5 years. If you have any information, you can add here. Otherwise, you can just save and continue. So they want to know the information where you lived for the past 6 months. Past 5 years for more than 6 months. So just add that information. This is currently where I live, and I'll save it and just save and continue. Do you already have your fingerprints? If you have already given biometrics, select yes, otherwise no. Details about your intended study in Canada. I have a letter of acceptance from DLI. I am applying for an open study permit. So in most of the international students' case, it is going to be this. Which of the following applies to you? An officer or US immigration customs carry out pre-inspection duties, work in Canada? No. American member? No. US family member of the above? None of the above. Then declare the level of study. So what are you doing? What are you going for? If it's a bachelor's, doctorate, master's, university, if it is a college diploma, you can select this. Then the designated learning institution number is what you will need, and here they have also given an example. So just write the example of the designated learning institution that you're going to study in. So here, for example, I'll put a DLI number and then search for the institute. So for example, it's this college. Then they'll ask you address of the college. Select the country or territory, Canada, street number, and everything is already automatically added. Field of study. Do you have a student identification number and would like to provide it? You can say no. If you have it, you can provide it. Tuition fee in Canadian dollars. What is your total tuition fee for the course? So for example, just an example, it's $21,000. And what are you paying for the total amount of food and lodging for the duration of the program? So you can provide an estimate. So for example, it is for a period of 1 year, that is 12 months. You can provide approximately $1,000. So I think $10,000 should be enough. And then funds available for study in Canada. In Canadian dollars, how much funds are available for your study in Canada? You can put the amount which is available, so 21,000. Who will pay for your expenses? Myself or parents? Are you receiving financial support for your studies? If you're receiving a loan or anything like that, select yes, otherwise no. Do you want to apply for a work permit to participate in a co-op program? So if your studies require a co-op, select yes, otherwise no. Do you have a student direct stream eligible guaranteed investment certificate? So if you have a GIC, select yes, otherwise select no. Did you pay your first year's tuition fee in full? If you have, select yes. Did you get a medical exam within last 12 months? Most probably it's going to be no, so select no. Post-secondary education history. Have you ever studied at a post-secondary school? You don't need to have a complete degree or diploma. Have you ever studied? If you have, select yes. If you haven't, select no. I'll just select no for the purpose, but if you select yes, you just have to add the details and add the name of the institute where you have studied already, the address and the field of study and everything, and then you can save it. Otherwise, for the application, I'll just select no. Have you ever worked in military? No. Give details of any employments you have had in the past 10 years. So if you all have any, you can put the information. If not, they still need to get some information, so you can just write student, you were a student, or if you did any volunteering work, just write it, because it won't let you proceed without it. So in this case, I'll just select 2023 January to 2023 December, work or activity, business, job title, administrative, company name, main duties. You can just write the main duties you were doing in the job you did. If you never did a job, you can just give the university or the college information, and if you did any activities or participated in any activities, just write that information and save it and continue. Okay, let's see what we are missing. So it says give details of all the employment and activities for the past 10 years. You're missing details. Okay, so they want the complete employment or other activities. So if you were unemployed or retired, select that option from the menu and tell us for how long. If you were a student, select unemployed. Okay, so we do need to select unemployed as the activities or the work we were doing for the past 10 years. So for example, for the last year I was just working in so and so company, but for the previous 9 years I was just a student. So I'm just going to select I was a student from 2012 January to 2022 December, since after that I have also added 1 year's experience. Work and activity, I am going to write unemployed because I was a student. So if you have never worked before, just select the 10 years time period and click on unemployed. And just, I would say in this case, just write your home address. That should be okay. And save it. So now it's done. I'll save it. Okay. It says you're missing details of the past 10 years. Well, we have given the details. What else? You must complete the entire section. You can save the information after you answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the reason why there was an error was because they needed the entire information of the study and the employment history without any gaps till date. So now I have written that I was doing this particular study and I started in 2012. Of course, that's not correct, but and for the 2 section I have written ongoing, that I am still doing the study, and I have saved it. So then it lets me proceed. But in your case, what you can do is just write whatever studies you have done, and if you were unemployed for any particular period of time, you can add that information here. Then you can save and continue. Then just give any travel history if you have. During the past 5 years, have you traveled to any other country or territory other than where you are a citizen of or where you live now? If you have, select yes and give all those details. Where have you traveled, from when to when? Or otherwise just select no and save and continue. Then they'll ask you some of the security questions or some activity questions. Have you ever stayed in Canada beyond the validity status? No. Have you ever been refused a visa or permit? No. Whatever suits you, just select that. And then some security questions. Have you ever committed a crime? And most of this is no. Select no, and then some more security questions. Then they'll ask you about your medical history. Some more medical history questions. Then they'll ask you about your marital status and family information. Then they'll ask you details about your parents. Just select the details about your parents here. For example, here you're writing your father's name. So father's name, the relationship, they'll need your father's date of birth and country of birth, their present education. Just write whatever the education is. Does the parent have the same address as yours? Yes. Will the parent come with you to Canada? No. Save. And similarly, add your mother's information as well. Relationship, date of birth, country. Does the parent have same address as yours? Yes. Will the parent come to Canada with you? No. Save. Once done, save and continue. Native mother tongue. Whatever your mother tongue is, just select that. Can you communicate in English or French? Yes, whatever language you are comfortable in. What languages do you want to use to contact you? English. Save. Then you just write your email address. Confirm. Save and continue. Add your telephone number. Okay. Okay, this should work. Then you just see the summary of information here. You can edit any information you want. You can just click here and see that the information that you have written is right or wrong. Just double check everything, and then you can click on edit and edit anything you want. Then you save and continue. And then you have to upload the documents that you need to support your application. So the documents you need to support your application, you should already scan them and save them in either of these formats: JPG, PNG, docs, PDF, TIFF. And you need to upload all these supporting documents here. First one is transcript or proof. You can just click on this document and you'll see what they are actually asking for. So they are asking for an educational transcript of your existing or the previous studies, then a letter of acceptance from the college you are going to, the guaranteed investment certificate or GIC, provincial attestation letter, your identity document, the passport itself, proof of funds, and you can provide it in any of these forms. And then these are some of the optional documents. And once you upload them all, you can save and continue. Then they will ask you to sign a declaration, ask you to pay the fees, and then you can submit your application. Alright, so this was the entire process of filling the form online. Now let's talk about the details of what documents you need to apply before submitting your application. Alright, I hope this video was helpful and will help you in applying for your study visa or your study visa extension yourself online. If you like the video, do click the like button. If you have any friends or family members whom you think this video will help, please share it with them. If you have any questions, do ask me in the comment section, and you can also follow me on my Instagram channel and ask me any questions there. And I'll see you in the next video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Bye guys.